I will call the regular meeting of the Borough Council, Mayor and Council to order. Please rise for a salute to the flag and a moment of silent reflection. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Sunshine law, please.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the adoption of a resolution by the Mayor and Council on the 3rd day of January 2023, in which resolution the time and place of agenda and regular meetings commencing with January 3rd were set forth. Notice of same was delivered to the Asbury Park Press, the Co-Star, and Tap Into, and a copy of the notice is posted on the Borough website and on the bulletin board of Borough Hall. All meetings are open to the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy.
Here.
Scull.
Here.
Antoine.
Here.
Morrow.
Here.
Ventrice.
Here.
Avalon. Here.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the May 2nd council meeting, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstentions?
One.
Here.
2 abstentions, Councilman DeMoro and Councilwoman Abella Doyle. Any noes? Reports of committee. We'll start with Councilwoman Abella Doyle.
Thank you, Mayor. All matters are in order.
Thank you. Councilman Ventrice.
Thank you, Mayor. All matters are in order.
Councilman DeMoro.
All matters in order. I just have one question for the chief. Anything from update from?
Just one thing. I just want to thank everybody that came out last week for the start of the Police Unity. It's not often that we get to start it locally, and it was a great showing of everybody, so I thank you for that. Police-wise, police department-wise, we're just getting ready for the summer. We had the Ocean County Police Academy graduated on the 10th, so they are inside doing some in-service training and stuff this week, so they should be out and about next week. And that the Spring Lake 5 is Saturday the 27th, so North Boulevard will be shut down. We'll make sure we'll get that information out on social media to the residents over there.
How are we with specials this year as compared?
We're down considerably, but we will.
Just not getting the applicants anymore? Is that what it is?
Applicants, you know, we only offer hours seasonally, so you know, other towns that offer year-round, they're, you know, they're going through the academy and being offered jobs where it's, you know, 20, 30, 40 hours a week year-round, to where we only keep them seasonally, and we're not getting the number of applicants that we used to.
Thank you. Councilman D'Antuono.
Thank you, Mayor. All matters are in order.
Councilwoman Scull.
Thank you, Mayor. All matters are in order.
Ow. Council President Whitty.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I attended a meeting on the police community program down in Belmar 2 weeks ago. And they're making some changes within the program, and which would probably, I think, be better for the residents and for everybody involved in the program. I won't go into detail, but the head of the committee knows about it, and all the members got emails regarding it.
The head of Lake Como.
Yes, yes. And also, the 100th anniversary, we had a meeting and things are moving along. Hopefully, in another month or so, we'll put together an agenda, what's going to happen in 2024. Also, Amy, can you send a email to all the council people a copy of the ordinance regarding informal hearing for the planning board, and also fire pits, and can you put on the agenda for the second meeting in June?
Absolutely.
As a workshop. These are some ideas that are coming out of the planning board, which Doug and I sit on, and they're looking for some direction from the council on some of these topics. These are not the only topics. We have a list of a number of topics that we're going to try to talk about over the next couple of months.
Oh, yeah, that is in order.
Thank you very much. For my report, I actually have a couple things that I want to talk about tonight. First, congratulations, Chief, on the Unity Tour. I heard it was a big success, and our Borough Administrator made it back. Thank you, appreciate it.
Try to keep them in one piece.
I was notified from our clerk and our administrator that we have recently received a local recreation improvement grant for $71,000, I believe. Which will go to the continued improvement and beautification of Bearman Park, which has been a goal of mine and the council for some time now. Recently got a notice that our engineer opened bids for the project on Marjoram Avenue, which is a transportation grant that we received about a year and a half ago, I think, that this part of the project began. The lowest bid was about $20,000 over our bid threshold. So we'll go into the process of going back to the DOT to see if we can get the $20,000 added to the grant. If not, we'll look into other ways of funding that $20,000. Also, moving forward with our Department of Transportation grants, we are looking to apply for 2 grants simultaneously to continue with the road improvements in Lake Como. The first grant being for our numbered streets on the west side of Main Street, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And then our second grant simultaneously will be the roads off of 18th Avenue moving eastbound, including some of the dead-end streets to see if we can add some improvements to there too. So we're working on that right now. Tomorrow, Precise, our construction company that's working on the lakefront, will be back in town to start to finish up their spring cleaning for the start of our summer season. Hopefully they will have everything cleaned up and ready to go for our Memorial Day ceremony, which will be Monday of Memorial Day. I invite everybody out for those ceremonies, which will also include a rededication of the park. It is Denman Fisher Perkins Park, Memorial Park, that we will be rededicating. Also, it is my pleasure to announce that we have picked a date for the Mayor's Bash this year, which will be July 13th. At bar anticipation. I love the fact that everybody grabbed their phones and their calendars to write that down. We have not announced who the Citizen of the Year will be yet, or the Business of the Year. I think the date is the most important part for that. So you should see some advertisements and some sponsorships come out for that over the next couple of weeks. Other than that, all matters are in order.
Mayor,
Yes,
what time is the Memorial Day ceremony?
it's an excellent question.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Thank you, Chief. Belmars is usually right before that, right? They do 9? Okay. Thank you. At this time, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, never mind. I will take a motion to open for public comments on new business and the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to the consent agenda or new business? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have a motion to move the consent agenda.
So offered.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Under new business, we have ordinance 2023-05, offered by Council President Liddy.
So offered ordinance 2023-05, calendar year 2023, amending ordinance 2021-1 to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limit and to establish a cap bank.
This is the second reading and public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to this specific ordinance, you can come to the mic now. Seeing none, I will close that portion and ask for a roll call, please. Oh, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's going too fast. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Galt?
Yes.
Sanjuano?
Yes.
Memorial?
Yes.
Ventres?
Yes.
Alvarado?
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2023-06, offered by Councilman D'Antuono.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered bond ordinance number 2023-06, bond ordinance amending bond ordinance number 2016-918, which was adopted on August 16th, 2016, to increase the appropriation and the authorization of bonds or notes therein from $2,965,000 to $3,163,386, and repeal bond ordinance number 2022-965, adopted on October 19th, 2021.
Second.
Before we go into voting on that, Amy, do you have a quick update by any chance? This is from our finance office. So this is, from what I understand, we had an increase in the bond that we're trying to make up the number in our budget. Am I correct on that? Okay. So the original bond, the ordinance was actually too low, and we had to increase it by a couple $100,000. I believe that's what we're doing this for, correct?
Yeah, the advice of our financial consultant.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Do I have any questions from council? All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Napolitano?
Yes.
Demora?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valenzuela?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2023-69, offered by Councilman Ventries.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered resolution 2023-69, approval to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the improvements to Fernwood Road, Briarwood Terrace, and Pine Terrace.
I believe I just reported on it, am I? We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Napolitano?
Yes.
Demora?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valenzuela?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2023-70, offered by Councilman DeMora.
Be resolved, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Lake Como, that the proper officers be directed and authorized to make payment for the following accounts. The current account per attached bill list, $412,420.93. Water and sewer, $6,765. Dog license account, $1.20. Tourism, $136.05, for a total of $419,323.58.
Just like to make a comment on that for a second. I've been spending the past week looking at old newspapers from the area. One of them was the Coast Advisor, right? Coaster Advertiser. And just articles I'm prepping for Memorial Day weekend services. And there was an article in there that they had created, the council had created dog licenses and cat licenses, and the dog license was $1, which it still is $1, I believe, correct?
Where's the 20 cents?
Is it $7? How do we have $1.20 in the
That's
dog?
what we pay the state.
Oh, I got you, okay. And cat licenses were $1. Dog licenses for a male was $1 and female was $2.
That's discriminatory.
So, well, we know how expensive dogs can be.
You were polite.
I didn't say anything else. Thank you, that we have a first, do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Napolitano?
Yes.
Demora?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valenzuela?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-71, offered by Councilwoman Scull.
Thank you,
Mayor,
Mayor.
before you get to that, though, I provided this new form to Amy, and it's appropriately checkmarked, but at the bottom of each of these sections that we're going into executive session on, we need to do a slight description, the nature of the matter that's going to be discussed without revealing confidentiality. So with respect to the third checkmark, which is the disclosure of information that could be an invasion of individual privacy, it should say personnel issues at the end of that. And on the one top of the next page, the pending or anticipated litigation should just say potential planning board appeal. With those
I got you, so that's after the colon?
Yes. Now you can move that resolution.
So offered resolution 2023-71, resolution of the Borough of Lake Como Council executive sessions. Whereas the Borough Council of the Borough of Lake Como must discuss matters which are not appropriate for discussion in a public meeting. And whereas these subjects are within the exceptions to the Open Public Meetings Act and permitted to be discussed in closed session. And then there's a list of subjects we'll be discussing, and our attorney just made some amendments to that.
You want to put the second one? Service check, all right.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All, roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Napolitano?
Yes.
Demora?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valenzuela?
Yes.
Thank you. At this time, I'll take a motion to open for public comments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak for public comments on anything, please do so now. If not, I will take a motion to close.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. At this time, the council is going to go into closed section, executive session, which we're going to hold in this, this chamber. When we come back, it is for the purposes of adjournment unless there is a need to report out what was done in executive session. At that time, we will open the doors and anyone still here can come back in and stay for the adjournment, or if there is a report from anything that came out of executive session, or private session.